Well, Ukrainians are using social media to reach people worldwide, showing the devastation in their war-stricken country. From explosions to people fleeing their homes, powerful images are playing out online, gaining millions of views across platforms like TikTok and Twitter. So what impacts will all this online coverage have on people's viewpoint of the war? NewsNation's Kelly Beeson is live with a look at the power and responsibility of social media.
Well, Nichole, it certainly highlights the power of the platforms and has rallied citizens across the globe to reach out to their governments to provide aid and effect change in the war-torn region. Videos like these, shared on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, tell unique stories of war that inform the world.
I think people feel something when a mother is showing pictures of cowering in a basement, making sure that her children are safe somehow.
Content, in many cases, more personal than footage from journalist reports, creating an intimate perspective, taking viewers right to the heart of the war.
You're seeing basically a worldwide coalescing around the Ukrainian cause and against the Russian invasion.
The response putting more pressure on governments to act.
Today, actually literally today, the United Nations voted in terms of condemning what Russia is doing in numbers we haven't seen before. And part of that was in direct contrast to the words of the Russian ambassador, who was saying that we are not invading. You know, he was literally stating things that everybody in the world can see with their own eyes when they have a TikTok account, Facebook account, any kind of social media.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine is also forcing big tech companies to decide how to handle state-controlled media outlets, now spreading propaganda and misinformation.
It is hard to, from a technological perspective, to have accurate classifiers that can continue to be updated as bad actors find new tactics.
None of the U.S.-owned tech companies have responded with an outright ban in Russia. Instead, they've offered more modest changes, limiting the Kremlin's reach, labeling more of its content, and prohibiting Russian state media from making money off of ads.
They are trying to both stand up to the country, but also not go so far that Putin just pulls the plug totally on them being available.
And some critics want U.S. tech companies to go further, but experts say that cutting off social media would make it harder for citizens to learn about the invasion, voice their opinion, or organize protests. Nichole.
Yeah, social media playing such a big role. Kelly, thank you. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.